It's the unboxing. Oh, yeah. Well, greetings, Cardinal Sin Nation. It is I, Cardinal Sin, and welcome to another episode of the unboxing. And we're going to have a really great show for you this morning. We are going to be talking about the new Shawscope video box set. And I want to say hello to Tiger Stripes, who is in the audience here. Thank you for being here. Hail, Tiger Stripes. I know it's early, but hopefully some people will pile in. And we are going to wait for people to roll in. And before we get into the actual show, I want to show you that this shirt that I'm wearing right now is, of course, available on gillstore.com. Sorry, org. We don't have com this year. It's gillstore.org. Because, you know, it's an organization. It's one that might make you an offer, you know, that you couldn't refuse, you know. But do please subscribe, because I recently discovered through my analytics that over 60% of the people that watch my content have not subscribed. If you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe. It's free. It costs you nothing. And it really helps the Cardinal Sin channel grow. And we're way behind. We need a lot more subs. So please let a friend know, you know, share the stream, whatever you have to do. And given that, we will check in. Farrah Jade is here. Good morning. Top of the morning to you, Farrah Jade. It's good to see you. And let's get right to it. The Shawscope box set number 2. Now, I can't go into detail about Shawscope the box set number 1 until I reacquaint you with the volume 1 of Shawscope. This is the legendary Kung Fu Hong Kong company by the Shaw brothers that restored all these groovy movies. Comes with a nice booklet, and it shows you all kinds of great pictures in HD and in color. And it describes a lot of the movies they created in Shaw Studios. The Five Fingers of Death. Yeah, that's a good one. If you like Hollywood, or rather Hong Kong chop sake movies, these box sets are for you. But they are very limited edition. So I pre-ordered this like, I don't know, going on a year ago. And we have 5 Shaolin Masters. There you go. Etc., etc. So that goes back into the box. It really is a box set. And then with volume 1 of Shawscope, it gives us kind of every movie has its own little breakdown. So we have King Boxer, the Boxer from Shantung, the Shaolin Masters / Shaolin Temple 2 movies on 1 disc, a Blu-ray, of course. Mighty Peking Man rides the stereo. Challenge of the Master / Executioners from Shaolin. I'm very excited. I saw recently that they finally brought to 4K Master of the Flying Guillotine, which is my favorite Hong Kong chop-socky movie of all time. But it's not in one of these. It's the Chinatown Kid, see? And as we move along, you'll see that they've taken great care to restore movies like The 5 Venoms and The Crippled Avengers. And I just have to kind of get you up to speed with the first box set. Heroes of the Earth, of the East, and Dirty Ho. Not like we think of ho. It's just a Chinese word. Shaolin Temple, Mighty Peking Man, and Chinatown Kid gives you some extra information there. Into the realm of the bonus discs. And so now, let's take a look at what came in the mail. It's Shawscope Volume 2. So I wanted to share this with you because I knew that you would be as into this as I am. So we are going to cut very carefully with a safety razor. That's all the Australian I'll be doing tonight. Thank you. I can say safety razor and get away with it. If I say too much more, my Australian friends will unsubscribe. And I don't want them to do that. Oh, we got 4 more comments. Okay, let's see what they are. Oh, thank you, Farrah Jade. I appreciate your supporting the channel. That's a lot of Shawscope. That's, it's a lot of Shawscope, but what are you going to do? And thank you for all the kind words. The Shawscope box set volume 2 has some really interesting stuff in it that I wanted to share with you guys. Guys, gals. I use guys as sort of a neutral. Like in German, they have a feminine, a masculine, and a neutral. So when I say guys, I just mean all y'all out there. So here we have the book for volume 2 of Shawscope. And here we have, this is pretty cool. This is just the contents. And again, these are beautiful remasters of classic kung fu movies. Wow! You can almost hear them saying, wow! Wow! An exploratory note on names and languages. Look at that. That looks like Jackie Chan. I wonder if that is Jackie Chan. Nah, I don't think it is. Oh, so they're talking about the names like Frankie Chan, Chang Che, Chen Kuan Tai, David Chiang, and then their Japanese or their Chinese names. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Japanese. So there's the legacy of the Shaw Brothers studio. And I believe this predates Jackie Chan, actually. There's always strong, powerful women in Hong Kong chop-socky movies, long before the woke thing ever became an issue. Woke is not new. It's just a fad right now. So here we have some more very cool photos. And with volume 2, I believe we start to get into more of the modern age. This is, of course, a very celebrated film, The 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Those Shaolin, they're dangerous. You got to watch out. Return to the 36th Chamber. They even have trivia and Name That Tune, along with the official synopsis, film notes. This is really cool. I really want this. Oh, I just got this. Sorry. Disciples of the 36th Chamber. They're kind of on a 36th Chamber kick with this one here. Mad Monkey Kung Fu. Say it's not so. Incisive show notes, trivia, Name That Tune. This one's called 5 Super Fighters. And this, just the book itself is really cool, even without the films. Then there's The Incredible Shaolin. The official synopsis and trivia. This is a cool one. I've actually seen this one. The Kid with the Golden Arm. Try and bring that into focus for you. The Magnificent Ruffians, which, of course, I'm sure is riding the wave of the 7 Samurai and or the Magnificent 7. Here we have 10 Tigers of Kwantung. My Young Auntie. Again, more strong, young female characters than you can shake a stick with a spear at the end at. Mercenaries from Hong Kong. These are going to be awesome. I can't believe they've remastered all these movies. The Boxer's Omen. That almost looks kind of Blade Runner-ish, cyberpunky. The Martial Arts of Shaolin, not the marital arts of Shaolin. Although the marital arts of Shaolin would be complicated because I think they have to be celibate. I'm not sure. And now we have the Barefooted Kid, who I'm covering up with my big hands. Trivia notes, etc. Ni Kuang and the Matter of China. Interesting. More long form notes. Then we get to the picture book part of the book. Wow! You can almost hear it. That guy's going to fall. Soundtracking and the pugilistic musical force. Lots of notes about that. Lau Kar-Lung and the modern myth making. I'm sure that's going to be very interesting. They do a really good job with these box sets. That's why they're worth the asking price. Great pictures. Fully restored in HD. And I mean, it can't be easy to restore all these old films, you know, so releasing this box set, which is a very niche market, is super important. And there aren't a lot of companies that would be willing to do it. Then this is the last page of the booklet. The end. But it's not the end. Yay, it is only the beginning. Let's hit some comments here. Skitch is in the house. Tiger Stripe says, I include myself in guys. I am of the family of man. Kind. So I appreciate that. That's very thoughtful. Carla Burton's here. Hey, Gil and Tiger Stripes, it's 11:30 p.m. and I'm going to sleep. Big love. Well, it's 4:41 here. So sleep tight. Let me see it again. Jackie Chan. Tiger Stripes says, at Cardinal Sin, do you think the use of the word Shaolin reflected popularity of the TV series Kung Fu? No, I don't. I believe some of these were well before the TV series. In Hong Kong, for sure. In the United States, I think you have a point. I think most Americans and Westerners were let to understand what Shaolin meant because of the TV series Kung Fu. Yeah, it was a surprise to Bruce Lee because it was Kung Fu was written for him, and then they chose David Carradine instead. That's an unusual poster for Alien behind you. Never seen that one before. It is a retro poster. It was made long after the film, but I still think it's a cool poster. I was getting a Hellraiser vibe from that one. Yeah, kind of. Monkey Jeebus is in the house. Whoa! Man, thanks for being here. Good morning, Monkey Jeebus. All right. So let's get to some of these Volume 2 Kung Fu movies. Did I see the Bodhisattva Kid was here? Or am I just, yeah, I'm just hallucinating. It's early in the morning. I need my coffee. All right, so we begin with the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. And there's the disc. Now, get ready because there's going to be a lot of bloody microphone. There's going to be a lot of Shaolin 36 chamber stuff because it was very popular. So this one is Return to the 36th Chamber, Disciples of the 36th Chamber. I can't wait to watch these. Oh my God. So cool. Mad Monkey Kung Fu, 5 Super Fighters. Five Super Fighters. You know, bloody microphone. And here we have Invincible Shaolin, the kid with the golden arm. I've got to figure out how to show the part that I'm trying to show. It's backward. I'm not used to viewing things backward. You know, in real life, your eyes, you know, make it upside down and backward for you, or frontward. Okay, so here we have Magnificent Warriors, the 10 Tigers, Ruffians, sorry, the 10 Tigers of Kwang Tung. Yes, a retro poster. And Tiger Stripe says the kid with the golden arm has a beautiful black and white poster. So you know what we're talking about. That's great. Bloody microphone. Okay, now here's possibly the first young, strong female in My Young Auntie. Good morning, Captain Fandom Nerd. You are in the right place right here. We love Captain Fandom Nerd. Captain Fandom Nerd should be selected to be on Doomcock's Pop Culture Breakdown at some point, if he's into it. And then we have Boxer's Omen and Mercenaries from Hong Kong. 2 movies on 1 Blu-ray disc. That's disc number 7. Disc number 8 gives us Martial Arts of Shaolin and the Barefooted Kid. Whoa, whoa. And then we have the whole breakdown of the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, 5 Super Fighters, Invincible Shaolin, and the Kid with the Golden Arm. And this is the soundtrack album, I believe. Let's take it out and have a look. And by the way, this entire box set is brought to you by Arrow, who does a magnificent job of remastering films. Yes, this is music from these films. And last but not least, another soundtrack CD, music from Return to the 36th Chamber, Magnificent Ruffians, 10 Tigers of Kwang Tung, My Young Auntie, Mercenaries from Hong Kong, and Disciples of the 36th Chamber. And that is the entire Volume 2 box set. Now, let me show you some of the art that's on the back of this box set. It is truly magnificent. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Let's take a quick vote on who thinks this is cool. Put a 1 if you think it's cool, and a 2 if you really couldn't care less. One if you think it's cool, 2 if you're not that jazzed by it. So now I've got my Shawscope number 1 and my Shawscope volume 2, which I think is pretty freaking cool. Yeah, they were expensive, but hey, it's worth it, you know? And each of them came with this little cardboard doohickey that has all the contents. And of course, the Shawscope logo. Whoops. All right, so it's time for you guys to tell me what y'all think. What y'all think, y'all? Gotta wet my whistle, you know. Tiger Stripe says, no, I have no idea what we're talking about. I'm getting an edumacation here. Pharaoh Jade says, getting ready for my big day tomorrow. You go get ready for your big day. Have a great big day. Tiger Stripe says, My Young Auntie. That's an atypical name for a Chop Socky movie. I know. And Tiger Stripes thinks that it's cool. And though I'm more interested in your interest in these films, well, my interest in these films, Tiger Stripes, is that many of them are films that I've never had an opportunity to see, even though here in the Kansas City market, we used to have a Hong Kong Adventure Theater, I think was the name of the show. And, they would show a lot of these, sometimes triple features of these, old Shaw Brothers films, Bruce Lee movies, Jackie Chan films. Just they'd put it all together and just call it Hong Kong Adventure Cinema or something like that. And the Shaw Brothers certainly proved their worthiness. These are just great films. They're not, after Bruce Lee died, there was a scad of copycats that called themselves Bruce Lee with an I or Bruce Lay with one E. And it's unfortunate because they were really good martial artists and good film stars on their own. They didn't have to imitate Bruce Lee. They could have just gone on, with their regular names and become really, really good. Now, when we get to the modern era, I really enjoy stuff like Jet Li. He was really good. Donnie Yen, fantastic. I've got the box set of all 4 Ip Man movies, although I understand there's a 5th and a 6th, but I don't think that Donnie Yen is in it, so I'm not really interested. But yeah, these are movies that came out of Hong Kong when it was still a British protectorate. So they were able to do whatever they wanted to do, and they didn't have to kowtow to Beijing or the Chinese Communist Party to make their movies or send any kind of a message to any Westerners. These were geared toward the Western market. They knew that there was a lot of interest in Kung Fu movies in the United States. But in China, even though they did really well in the theaters, I don't think the CCP was really hot on that. Although one of Bruce Lee's earliest films happened to be about the invasion of Japan to China, and there are Japanese police everywhere, and that's a World War II thing. But I think it was called The Big Boss. Yeah, The Big Boss. So Tiger Stripe says, yeah, if it ain't Donnie Yen, it ain't Ip Man. Bingo. Bingo chango. So while we're here, I just wanted to mention to everybody that's in the audience and maybe sees this letter later, not a letter, that I looked at my analytics and I found that my recent show with Chris Gore and Jason Brock about John Carpenter's The Thing, which you should definitely watch if you haven't. It's in the Masters of the Genre playlist, the most recent one. We talked a lot about movies in general, and we even touched on Bruce Lee and kind of talked about The Thing a lot, but also John Carpenter movies and some associated movies. And we mentioned The Matrix, where Keanu Reeves says, I know Kung Fu. And I'm definitely looking forward to the next John Wick movie, John Wick 4, which I believe is coming out this year in maybe May or something like that. And anyway, my analytics said on that show, 40% of the people that viewed it were subscribers, and 60% of the people that viewed it weren't subscribed. So please subscribe. It means a great deal to me and to the channel. I would really appreciate it. You can get all of your Cardinal Sin and unboxing merch, like this fancy t-shirt here, at gillstore.org, not gillstore.com. So that's the amazing Shawscope box set number 2. And with that, I think it's time to wrap it up. So it's Cardinal Sin out.